Well, Donald Trump's first administration went a bit pear-shaped early on when people he'd chosen for key positions walked away, usually after falling out with him. The second one is still 60 days away, of course, but Mr. Trump's most controversial choice, and it's a crowded field, Matt Gaetz, has gone before he's even started. He's the former Florida congressman who has been investigated over sex trafficking allegations. Mr. Trump wanted him for Attorney General, his top legal official.
15 days since the election, and Donald Trump's transition is already looking accident-prone. While he observed a rocket launch in Texas on Tuesday, the trajectory in Congress was looking less smooth for some of his nominees.
It's been going great. Senator's been giving me a lot of good advice. I'm looking forward to a hearing.
Matt Gaetz had appeared confident in his bid to be the next Attorney General. Today, it imploded. A chaotic meeting in Congress yesterday had left the nomination hanging by a thread.
Release the report, sir. Are you going to release the report?
There has been a blizzard of accusations about Gaetz's ethics and a long-standing question of whether he had engaged in the sex trafficking of a 17-year-old. Even supportive senators now want Trump to offer a stronger nominee.
As to what President Trump will do next, we will see, but I am committed to helping him where I can. I will not be a rubber stamp to his nominees, but I will also not engage in an angry mob mentality.
But that's not the only trouble in town. There's also Pete Hegseth, the man Trump wants to be the next Secretary of Defense.
Meeting with senators of the United States, we take very seriously.
Journalists racing down the corridor to hear the latest twist on that nomination and asking ever more awkward questions.
Did you sexually assault a woman in Monterey, California?
I have, as far as the media is concerned, I'll keep this very simple. The matter was fully investigated, and I was completely cleared, and that's where I'm going to leave it. Thank you very much.
How do you address concerns?
Some Democrats suggest he's also in deep trouble.
I think this nomination is doomed. It should never have been made.
Let him know! Let him know! There are mavericks elsewhere too. Tulsi Gabbard, who some accuse of echoing Kremlin talking points, and RFK Jr., a vaccine skeptic, are nominated to top jobs overseeing the intelligence agencies and health. Donald Trump won this election in part because of his reputation as a disruptor. And that is certainly the flavor of the presidency he is trying to create.
I've been meeting with senators.
With Gaetz having withdrawn, the question is whether senators have their scalp and will now accept the other nominees, or whether they will be emboldened and will challenge other unconventional choices.
And Robert joins me now. Well, Robert, I guess you're asking the questions there. How big a setback is this? And do the other nominees get through, or do you think they become very difficult too?
Oh, I think this is certainly a blow to the president-elect. Remember, Tom, the Attorney General position isn't some kind of obscure legal officer. For Donald Trump, it is the single most important cabinet position, not least because he needs his Attorney General to dismiss the two federal charges against him, the one in Miami and the January the 6th one here in Washington, D.C. He also needs his Attorney General to support the White House when it takes what is widely expected to be dramatic and draconian steps against illegal migrants. That said, Tom, there is an alternative theory here in Washington tonight, which is that that Matt Gaetz has already essentially served his purpose, that he was such a provocative and incendiary choice that he's actually helping to serve and to normalize the other nominees. In other words, what we're seeing is basically a template of the next 4 years, a bit of chaos, some wild personnel selections, and at the center of it all, dominating the news agenda, Donald Trump himself.